What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video we are going to take another updated look at Ethereum because everyone seems to like Ethereum way more than Bitcoin. Somehow the Ethereum videos have been doing much better than Bitcoin, so I'm just going to take that as assuming you guys like the altcoins way more than Bitcoin. Let me know in the comment section if that's true though, that none of you guys are interested in Bitcoin and you guys are only interested in altcoins. So right off the bat on Ethereum you can see that we are already pumping quite well. However, I still would like to see one level get broken before I absolutely I can be certain that it's bullish, right? And that level is going to be at about, mark this down, going to be at about 31.75. Now, the reason why I like that level to be broken before I start saying that it's bullish is because traditionally this has been a level where you have had many price rejections and just sort of reactions off of this level. And if we just go into the 12th hourly chart, you can see that the 89 EMA, which I use time and just sometimes, right? I don't use it all the time, but it gives you a pretty good idea and just a very good area of value for you to place trades in. And you can see that historically, if we were below, we tended to respect this quite well, and if we were above, we tended to respect this well. So at the moment we are below it, and at the moment you can see that we are somewhat getting rejected off of it. So that is going to be the level to break, right, before I start saying that, hey, absolutely this is bullish. Not only that, but if you just take a look at Ethereum, right, I want you to visualize the markets in this way. Right now Ethereum, you could pretty much say, is just hovering right below this level and above this level right here, right? I want you to notice this, right? If we just paint the market in this picture, you can see that nothing, right, until Ethereum breaks this level or breaks this level, you can say that everything that happens in between these two levels is just noise, and it's just building a range. And that is absolutely what Ethereum is doing, including Bitcoin, but I'm not going to talk about Bitcoin in this video. So it is awfully important that you realize when a range is being built, because you do not ever want to trade a ranging market, right? Not to say that that is a hard and fast rule, but most people would do much better in a trending market compared to a ranging market. And that's simply because you do not have direction, right? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? It's just you get chopped up a lot. And for people who try to force trades during a market that is in a ranging situation, tend to lose quite a bit of money because they got chopped up. So until you break 31.75, that's going to be the bullish signal, and a break below 27, let me just mark this down, a break below 27.32 is going to be the bearish signal, and anything that happens in between these two levels should be considered just purely as noise. And more importantly, I really want to bring your attention to one other thing. But right before I do though, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _the art of crypto, you're going to want to do so. This is where I'm sharing the latest market updates that I do not have time to share on YouTube due to time constraints. So if you just want the latest market updates, you're going to want to follow me on Twitter. But anyhow, let's get into the next thing that I was looking at. If you just draw a fib retracement from swing low, that swing low over there, to this swing high over here, which has already formed on the 4 hourly, mind you, you can see that the 0.05 level actually lines up with a support resistance of mine, right? You can see that this line I have already drawn beforehand, and if you just watch my previous video, you would know that this line has been there for quite a while. It's not just me just making this stuff up. At the moment, in the event that Ethereum pulls back to the 0.5 fib retracement level at 2950, I would start scaling into Ethereum with orders placed at 2950, 2900, 2865 and 2830, right? Not really 2830, so mainly just these three levels, which I'm going to mark out for you right now, right? That's going to be 2900, 2950 and 2865. I hope you guys remembered those numbers. So the reason why I like those levels so much is because this right now has become a bullish order block, right? And if you guys don't know what's a bullish order block, think of it as an area where institutions and market makers like to push the price to basically, this is going to be their areas of value. And there is a saying that I always like to go by, which is, retail isn't going to be the ones moving the markets, right? What's happening over here, that's retail. What's happening over here, that's retail, right? These kinds of movements are created by institutions because they're the ones with the real money, right? They're the ones playing with hundreds of millions of dollars. And trust me, regardless of all 17k subscribers on my YouTube channel band together to try to buy something, it's not going to move the price by much, right? At least not over a sustained period of time. So the point I'm trying to make is, you follow the money, right? Follow where the money's at. And if the smart money is telling you that they are bullish, then you follow the smart money. And you basically pay attention to what they are trying to do instead of trying to, you know, form your own opinions. So at the moment, this is going to be a bullish order block. However, there is a caveat to this. I would really like to see a break above 31.75, confirming bullish structure before I can be absolutely confident that, hey, you can absolutely be sure to buy here and it would be a pretty good entry. At the moment, this is going to be I would say a B plus entry, maybe an A entry, right? It's not going to be the SSS tier entry, simply because we have not confirmed that we have established bullish trend yet. So take this entry with a grain of salt. It is still going to be a decent entry, but it is not going to be the best entry simply because we have not established this, okay? So in the event that you do take this trade, I want you to bear in mind that when you are setting a stop loss, assuming that you set it at about 2,700, then there is going to be a risk when doing so, because at the moment I've already told you that this is a range right now, and something that institutions really love to do, because they have access to your stop loss data, right? They know how many people have their stop losses set here, how many people set their stop losses set there, how many people are running with naked positions, basically positions without stop losses, preferably on futures markets. So assuming that, let's say you go 20x on here, that means a 5% move in the opposite direction is going to liquidate you, right? Assuming most people go 10x and above, it would be safe to assume that most people would get liquidated if the price were to hit 2,700, right? The institutions know this, right? The market makers know this. Heck, even I know this. So something that I always love to do is when you are building a range, right, you have to understand that things will be explosive, right? Once you break out of the range, just like how we built, let's say this range over here, it was pretty explosive, right? And the most notable example that I can give you is this range right here, right? This might not look like it to the naked eye, but this is a range right here. That is a range. You get a cluster of stop losses built up above here, and you get a cluster of stop losses built up right below here. So you could argue that the liquidity, right, and by liquidity I mean stop losses below this area right here, has not been cleared out, and you could argue that eventually we might revisit this area to clear out the liquidity. However, that's not going to happen in the event that we remain bullish. So just in the immediate short term, right, this is an immediate short term sort of analysis. I'm not trying to predict Ethereum's path over the next 3 to 6 months. Who knows, we might come down here to test the liquidity, but if I see signs of that happening, I will definitely call it on my YouTube channel. At the moment though, if you feel like you have gained value and learned a thing or two about this institutional trading stuff, it would help me so much if you could just drop a like button. It is a really small gesture, but it helps me so much. So this is how you should think about liquidity, right? And whenever you see a ranging market, I want your first instinct to always go like, hey, I'm not going to get involved in this, right? I want to wait for direction to be established before I jump in, because getting involved here is just going to get you chopped up. If you place your stop loss here, right, it's still going to be a loss, because chances are if order flow was bullish in the first place, you're just going to get stopped out, right? They like to clear the liquidity and then revert it, right, and aim for the next area of liquidity. That's how markets work, right? You take a look at this range right here, liquidity up top here, right? You clear the liquidity and then you clear the liquidity right down here, bam. And then right now, this is the exact same kind of structure, right? Over here, you have pretty much the same thing, right? You could argue that right now, at the moment, there is liquidity above this level and there is liquidity above this level, which you can see from the VPVR that is indeed the case, that there has been a lot of volume that occurred during that area. And right now, I'm in my private Discord server, and again, just a tiny little pitch. If you guys just want to take your trading game up to the next level, you're really going to consider joining this Discord group, right? Not only are you going to get access to a trading education where I lay down everything that I've learned over the years. This is where you're going to learn what works and discard 90% of the things that don't work. But the community here is absolutely amazing, man. We are discussing so many things about crypto every single day. Not only that, you're going to get access to profitable trading setups every single day, where we have people making money, pretty much every day, right? Take a look at this. Some people came into these markets absolutely brand new to trading, and this is the kind of money that they're making right now. So as along with that, you're going to get daily market updates from me at pretty much in real time, so that every day you can be confident to make the correct educated investment decision, right? At least you know what the markets are doing, right? I'm going to tell you, hey, today's probably a good day, today's probably not a good day. If that is something that you are interested in, let's just say that it's going to pay itself off real quick. So check out the link in the description for, if you want to join it. So right now we are taking a look at AlphaBot, and this is what you call a footprint chart, right? You could just YouTube this, right? How to read footprint charts. You could also go and check out a website called ExoCharts, right? I'm going to write it on, I hope this is too messy, right? ExoCharts. This is the footprint website that I like to use, but at the moment it's just going to be more convenient for me to use this, right? You can see that we have formed a poor high over there, so liquidity is definitely up top over there. It's just proving what I just said, right, about liquidity still being trapped up here. So likely this is going to be from late longers, right? People who went long way too late. So either way, now that you've understood how the markets work, right, with liquidity and everything, I hope that you are well prepared for what is about to come. And at the moment you can see that Ethereum against Bitcoin is at resistance right now, and if you do get a pullback, you can see that you will pull back to somewhere about this area. So make sure you start scaling in, right, because nobody knows where's the exact bottom. All I know is that I will be buying Ethereum when it gets to this block right here, and you can see that it lines up with the key weekly level as well. If you go back to my videos like months, like weeks before, you know that I didn't just make this up, right? Like before I filmed this video, right? It has always been here. So the fib level, if I were to just draw a fib like that, it would line up very close to the key weekly level, which is going to act as a very strong level where you might expect some kind of reaction, right? If we just take a look in the past, right, price has always found a reaction at this level. So in the event that it does pull back, I would start scaling in. Am I saying that this is going to be the exact bottom? Absolutely not. And another thing that I want to discuss is funding rates. At the moment, they are still looking really neutral, and that is a very good thing, right? The longer we can stay neutral in terms of funding rate while we are building up this range, the sooner that bullish trend can continue, right? A very good sign for reading funding rates is if you can hold above a key, resistance level, right? In this case, we are currently holding above this key resistance level at 29.50. Mark it down for you guys. At the moment, we are holding above this level, right? The fact that the longer that we can stay above this level while funding rates does not increase, it gives us like a higher likelihood that things are about to pop off sooner than you think, and it can happen sooner than you think. Does this mean that I'm saying ETH is bullish? No, I've just given you the level where ETH would be bullish. So at the moment, that's all you have to do, right? Just watch out for that level. Preferably, I want funding rates to continue to stay low, and that will give you a pretty good sign to start buying ETH. Now, immediately before I get into the bonus trading setup over the day, just remember, if you really want to step up your trading game, make sure you head to the link in the description and check out the private Discord group. Now, at the moment, I want you to pay attention to GRT. Now, GRT against Bitcoin is looking absolutely amazing, right? Even if you don't take a look at GRT against Bitcoin, I do think that GRT is a coin that you want to look out for throughout the month of October, right? I want you to mark down this level as 0.722, right? A break above this level would immediately pump it up to about 0.8, so that's about 10% as I've marked down for you. Now you want to wait until, right, you get a break above this level, so something like that, you buy along with the breakout, or you buy the bullish retest. Either way, these are the take profit levels, right? 0.8, 0.95, 1.18, and 1.53. You're going to want to take your profit in increments, right? Take 25% here, 25% here, 25% here, and take the rest here, right? Always have a plan before you jump into a trade. At the moment, this is the take profit plan, so make sure you follow it. Now back to GRT Bitcoin, the reason why I think that it might look, it's looking decent is, to just take a look at this trend line right here. We are retesting this trend line right now. By the time I post this video, it's probably going to be too late, but nevertheless, this would be a pretty good entry, and I do believe that I will start to get into GRT, start scaling in at around this point. But either way, I do think that this is a coin to watch out for during the month of October, which is also the month of my birthday. So hey, this is the birthday lucky coin. Let's call it that way. At least I hope so. But anyways, with that said, my friend, may the gains be with you, and peace.